Sterling versus Ortega just went down, and being completely honest, the fight was pretty average, but I don't know, I thought it was funny. Ortega had a nappy on the entire fight. The guy broke the record for the most significant feints, the best boxing out of boxing range, and the most shots blocked with his face. I mean, you know it's bad when Aljo, of everyone, is hands low styling on you on the feet. I haven't seen the scorecards yet, but I'm assuming it was a 10-9 Aljo every round. I love Ortega, but the guy's now on a 2-fight losing streak. But he beat Yair's ass, so I'll still always love him, honestly. But yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure he was losing that fight too before he subbed him. So yeah, it's not looking good for Ortega. But here's who I think these guys should fight next. Ortega needs to move up. I'm just keeping it real. The Lopez fight last year at the Sphere was conveniently moved up to lightweight the day before the fight. He missed weight in this fight, making them switch it to a catchweight. I mean, it's pretty obvious the guy cannot make 145 anymore, and I think he just needs a straight up switch to 155, which will make things so much more easier for him. We can't keep having the ranked featherweights fight above their limits for Ortega. So 155 it is, the new and improved lightweight Ortega. Think about the vision, right? Think about the vision. Now I think we got to give him a low-ranked guy. Not out of the rankings, but a guy who's near the bottom. I'm looking right now. Yeah, God, don't give him Ruffy. That's a murder scene waiting to happen. They'll have to lock Dana and Hunter up for that. I think instead they should give him either a Chandler, Moicano, or a Grant Dawson. All three of them don't have fights booked at the moment, whilst the rest do. I think Chandler is gonna consider himself probably too big time for that fight, even though he's lost like 5 in a row by this point, and is probably considered a worse fighter than Ortega at this rate. And then I think Ortega will probably take at least 6 months, honestly, before his next fight. He doesn't fight too often, so I think Dawson will probably be booked by then, because the guy hasn't fought since January. So I think we could see the Moicano fight. It makes sense. Both are coming off of losses. Both with similar styles. I know we got something similar to that with the Aljo fight, but Aljo is a former champ. Moicano is a valid step down in competition while still being a force. Both are on a 2-fight win streak. Let's just have them fight for getting to stay ranked whilst the other hits up PFL. Only jokes, but I do think that matchup for Ortega would work. If he does sit out shorter or longer, we could see a matchup with either maybe Dawson now, or maybe Fiziev. If Fiziev happens to lose to Oliveira, which I think he probably will, then I think that either of those would be a great matchup as well. But I'm saying probably we should do the Moicano fight. Now with Aljo, Aljo took a look over at Marab, who told him to back himself for a title shot against Volk. He had to personally tell the translator his name, which I thought was pretty funny. I don't think she knows who Volk is, judging from the pronunciation of his name, which, to be honest, I don't know how I feel about that, as a man who lives and breathes my Aussie goat. But no Aljo. You guys know I hate title shots coming off of a 1-fight win streak, unless it's absolutely necessary. Lerone will definitely get the next shot, and then probably Movzar is before Aljo, because he just beat him last December, right? So I don't know, because I don't think the UFC want Movzar to fight for the title until he at least gets like a finish or does anything fun in general, at least gets another matchup. So maybe he could be over Movzar, because Movzar is injured, but I doubt it. Instead, I think he needs one more. There isn't a heap of names at all that it could be, but screw it. Give me Aljo and Yair. Both former title holders, although knowing that Yair, of all people, was given a belt is kind of crazy. But I'm top 5 biggest Yair haters of all time. Yair turned down the Lopez fight. Everyone else is either booked or under Aljo. So ideally, I'd say Yair definitely can't get a shot after the whole community hated on the idea. But I'd say the winner of an Aljo versus Yair could be the next contender. Unless they do maybe a Yair versus Movzar, and Aljo versus a contender under him like Josh Emmett or Allen. But I do think it should be Ortega. Overall, though, in terms of the fight between, Aljo and Ortega, it was fun. It was good. It was a great time. Nothing too special. But, is what it is. Justice for Ortega. I hope we see him come back.